Hello everybody! Welcome to another flight. Back-to-back days. I streamed last night really late. Trying to get these Vin Fiz flights in. So we're going to try to get all the way to Meadville, Pennsylvania if I can today. But we're taking it one leg at a time. Like how Brayfield Rogers did here. He's going to land from... Actually, let's go to the briefing screen. We landed in Hornell. Because in the real life version of the Vin Fiz, he started having some engine trouble around Addison and had to hold down the mags in the plane of the engine of the plane. And then he landed right outside Canisteo, basically, right there. But we landed at Hornell because that's the next city up where basically his wife and his mother-in-law stayed the night while they fixed the Vin Fiz with the plugs. And two, that's the closest airport to the area. So today we're going to fly his rear-world route, loosely following those tracks there. You can see them on the sectional. We're going to go to Wellsville Municipal only because it's along the tracks there. But he would be following the tracks. And then on this one, the tracks go slightly north to Belmont, Friendship, Cuba, Hinsdale. But we're going to do a direct to Olean, where we're going to make a landing at Gearmech Executive, which is a public airport, just a turf field. That's going to be a little hard to spot. I did check it on Google Maps, things that he didn't have. But he would have people putting out like white sheets on the fields that he was supposed to land on. So he had some guidance there. But then after he takes off out of Olean, after he fills the plane of fuel, he gets over Salamanca and he starts having mag troubles again. So he has to put it down 7 miles to the west of Salamanca on a Native American reservation. And basically, he fixes the plugs somewhat and then tries to take off 3 times from around that reservation. And the third time he crashes into a barbed wire fence after the Native Americans said, hey, we could take the fence down for you. Because they were kind of like, oh my god, this is this flying contraption. They never saw it before type thing. But he cracked up the whole Vin Fiz. Basically destroyed it, for lack of a better term. They had to rebuild it. So he had to stay in Salamanca for quite a while. I think it was like 3-4 days. And then finally, 4 days actually. And then finally he took off from Salamanca, and again he's doing the fairgrounds there. There was a racetrack back then, I guess. And he's gonna follow the tracks all the way to Meadville, and he's gonna make it there no problemo. And I just changed to a different thing. There we go. So that's why we're gonna try to make it to Meadville, but we'll take it one leg at a time. So we're gonna make landings at Gearmech Exec, if I'm pronouncing that right, in Great Valley, New York, and then all the way to Meadville, following the tracks down. So that's our goal for today. Let's see if we can make it happen. And then we'll be in Ohio, the next thing, if we get through all those things. So, and this would originally be September 24th, 2011, by the way. So we're here at Hornell. We're on the apron, and we're going to get this thing going. So let's get in play. Checklist. Pretend the pre-flight's already done. Hopefully everything's working. We'll see if everything... it defaulted again, but we'll see. And if not, we'll deal with the problems as we need to. So, fuel's out. I don't know why it defaulted, because I exited it out perfectly last time, so I have no clue why this isn't saving states. It is doing the engine health state, though, and the oil, so we're still looking good on those. Pre-flight done. Seat track back lock. Should probably put the checklist on so you can see it as we enjoy music of the era. Avionics are off. Okay, autopilot's off. Throttle 1/4 of an inch. Mixture full lean. Brakes are set. Yeah, we're not going to call prop till I start. I always do it when I start. Master on, beacon on, fuel pump on. 1, 2, 3. Off. Fuel pump off. And here we go. Mags to start. Clear prop. Started right up today, and yet last night I had to do the auto start because it wasn't working. I don't get that. I have no clue. I know I'm doing things right, obviously. Oil pressure's in the green. Lights as required. We'll put the nav and the taxi lights on it this time. Alright. Mixture as required. We'll leave it where it is. Seatbelt harnesses flaps up. We're not using ATC or VATSIM on this because he didn't have that back then. And it makes it just a little easier to follow things without air spaces because there were no air spaces back then. Heat vent to frost. It's probably pretty cold out, so 66 degrees. We'll get some cabin here for now. 66, I mean, it's going to be cold, but we're not going that high either. Avionics on. I'm going to get some ATIS here at Hornell. So let's see what the ATIS is. Remember, he had none of these charts or anything back then. He was just his, I think it was his uncle. Could be wrong on that, but they planned out along the railroad tracks for him. So that was navigation back in 1911. So 118.475. And why aren't my channels shit? Oh, because they turned off the radios because it's in default. Now here's the cool thing about the WC mod update. It's just let you turn the knobs by holding and turning. And now I have to wait for my GPS. Probably should get this set up into the Wilson Gear GNS 530. There we go. I'm gonna wait for everything to boot up here. Hope everyone's doing well out there. Thank you if you tuned in today. I do appreciate it as we try to get these Vin Fiz flights done. He landed ultimately, I think, in December. I got the whole log in the back of the book here. It says December 10th after he hurt himself on November 12th and had to be in the hospital. I think he broke his legs and stuff, but we'll get to that when we get there. But he landed ultimately at the end of this whole thing on December 10th. So we still have time. That's all I'm saying. And there's a good month there where he was stuck in the hospital. So if anything, that helps us make up time. All right. Waiting for the GPS to be acquired, which took a while before. I don't know why. But our first stop is Gear Mech Exec. Little field just across the Allegheny River in right outside of Olean, New York. Come on, GPS, let's go. Acquire faster. Yips. I just lost the checklist. Let me get a folder thing there. There we go. Altimeter, we'll do that as soon as I get the weather. Okay. And let's monitor too. And change it. There you go.
Kilo Hotel Tango Foxtrot automated weather observation 1400 Zulu. Wind calm. Visibility 10. Sky condition.
Probably take 3.6 unless it says otherwise.
Celsius. Dew point 10 Celsius. Altimeter 3048.
3048.
Kilo Hotel Tango Foxtrot automated weather observation 1400
Alright.
Zulu.
3.6 it is. I'm gonna go back to guard.
Visibility 10.
You know what that means. If anyone wants to type it in for me, exclamation point guard if you're on Twitch. If not, I'll get it in a second. Okay, I'm gonna do it. Alright.
You're on guard with KGKJ.
So we're on the up and down here. We're gonna take a left out of here and go north. Yep. Actually, no. I'll depart south. Let's depart south. It's okay, because let's say I have a wind sock somewhere around here, which I didn't see. I think they would have one, but anyone see? Oh, there it is. Yeah. All right. So we're actually going to depart from the north. We're going to go that way. All right. Very good. That's the best we're going to do. All right. Checklist, just to make sure we got everything here. So altimeter, transponder, alt squawk. It is. We're going to keep that 2500. That's kind of like the default altitude for these flights. 8 tests were good. Transponder, radio, we don't need to test. Taxi light, that's required. Alright, we're going to taxi out and do the run up down there. So here we go. And I'm seeing. Alright, turn to the right. Parking brake off? Yes, it is. Brake's good. Alright, let's get this thing going. Show on the road. Show on the road, and the electronic flight bag will be my ultimate navigation source. It shows me where the railroads are on the sectional chart and everything. Imagine if he had that back then. Although he did have better visibility to see the tracks, because he was in a modified Wright Flyer. It's called the Wright Flyer EX. Just for fun last night after I finished the Vin Fiz flight, I did try flying the right flyer. It's not flyable. It's not like it would have been for the Vin Fiz, so there's no way I could do that. Unless someone wants to tweak some flight dynamics to make it flyable like a Vin Fiz, we're not going to be able to do that. So, alright, anyways, we're looking around. I don't think anyone's there, so we're good to go. Flaps are down. Let's do our run up right here because there's no wind and there's no one behind us. So, brakes are set, fuel set to both, trim set for takeoff. Flight controls. Annunciator lights tested, good. Instruments, turn coordinates in the middle, no flag. Heading coordinates about 210, good. Vertical speed looks good. Altimeter's good. Horizon looks good. Airspeed looks good. Mixture best power going to 1800. Right. Back to both. I also don't know why it fluctuates on that. It's like weird. Left. Back to both. I mean, it shouldn't go down that much in my life, but it's just the way it is. Vacuum amps, good. Amps are charging slightly. And oil pressure, oil temperature in the green temperature could come over the oil. That could have something to do with it. Idle. Good. Back to 1200. Landing lights on. Strobe lights on. I got those backwards, but I turned them both on. I'll leave all the lights on, so we're good. Alright, if there's a problem, the take or full, mechanical emergency otherwise, and there's enough available runway ahead of us, we'll abort, take off, land directly ahead of the runway. If we are under, well, let's just say 2,000 feet, we're going to land directly ahead of no more than 30-degree turns. Best glide speed in this is 68. If we're above 2,000 feet, and there's problem mechanical emergency otherwise, we're going to turn to the right. There's more land on the right and land downwind in the taxiway at the grass. The runway was available to us. Best glide speed 68. Rotate 55. Climb at 74. We got that? Alright, good. Very good. And with that, I think we're good to go. They're all friction lock. I do have one of those now on the Redbird TH1. Love it, by the way. Love it. Expensive, sure. The biggest problem, though, is it takes up lots of space. So, I got it to work, but it took a while. Alright, let's get to the runway. Here we go. Alright. Parting runway 36 in the middle. Heels on the floor. Looks good. Here we go. Tablet off. Rotate. Alright, I'm going to take a left-hand turn out of here eventually. Got that hill in front of us too, so. Birds. We got birds. More birds. Just checking that oil temperature. Make sure it's good. Rock the wing up. Clear on the left. Here we go. And we're off. And we're heading direct, which would be somewhat across the railroad tracks to Wellsville Municipal. We're not going to land there though. Let's just give you a reference on where to go. So. Okay. Looking good. We're going to continue to intercept the track down. Which comes out of Hornell. So that's what he would look for, the railroad tracks coming out of Hornell. Trim up. Toby eye tracker off. And Hornell is right in front of us. The airport is to the left, which is north of Hornell. So we're looking for tracks coming out of Hornell. I think my story a little bit weird in the blurb of the second video, the flight that we did before this last night. But I said it right today, so it got confusing in the book because he crashed like back to back almost. Well, he had problems back to back. So, all right, Hornell, New York, and he flew about 2,500 feet on this. So. Railroad track should be in front of us. That might be it right there. Or is that the middle of the highway? That's the middle of the highway. Okay. The are supposed to be somewhere around here. No, that's right there maybe. Yep, right there. Unless that's a road. They look like railroad tracks. That's a road. No, we're supposed to see a railroad track somewhere around here. It's on the sectional. Not lying, look. It's off my left wing. Sometimes the trees in the simulator cover up railroad tracks. Hopefully, and I don't know if this was planned, it might have been. Oh, there they are, right over there. So for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, hopefully they'll have train traffic eventually, because that'd be kind of cool. You don't get to see that in the simulator. All right, back in the zip lane. Now, obviously, Calibrate P. Rogers would have a good view on those tracks with Vin Fiz. Then I tried the Blériot last night just to have some fun, and that was flyable. So I guess if I were to do this more authentically and go for another run on the Vin Fiz flights in the future, I might take the Blériot. I'd take the one with the better engine, so... We'll see. That would take forever, and it's very heavily affected by the wind, which is what the Vin Fiz was too. So, following those tracks. At least we can kind of see the tracks to follow them. You know what I mean? So that wasn't always possible in previous simulators. I want to look down, I get confused. I'm not using the Toby eye tracker. It gets a little like all over the place, so I don't like to do it for streaming unless it's takeoff, landing, or taxiing. Alright. Ground speed's 120 knots, not too shabby. Kind of on Alfred in New York. It should be off the right wing over here. Barely see the tracks though now. And we're going about 2.5 times the speed he would. So saves us a little bit of time there too as well. Beautiful leaves, foliage. And a nice tea break. Today we're doing Crystal Light, mango something or another iced tea. It's pretty good. And yes, I do reuse the Snapple bottles because at school they stole four of my vacuum insulated mugs. So now I take this and my stuff never gets stolen. Looks ridiculous, but I'm just at the age where I don't care. Alright, going through these hills here. It's pretty scenic, but kind of dangerous if you ask me. But Vin Fiz was obviously slower, so he can maybe get somewhere a little easier. Like you could probably land over here or something, but imagine doing this with no electronics. Like it's just you and the wind and railroad tracks. Like that is impressive. It's a lost art form, but you do have to learn as a private pilot. You have to learn how to dead wreck and not use all this stuff. And I ain't even use a electronic flight bag until after I got my certificate for real life flying. That is, and then still to this day I'll turn it off sometimes. Up, you just lost it. Where are you? Where are you going? So awesome tool to have, but can't totally count on it. Even though this has never quit on me once, to be honest with you. Just gives you reassurance. There's the track right there that we're following. Again, he wanted to stay low too to see the tracks. So now we're going to do a big turn with the tracks over here to the right. This is Andover, New York, that we're getting next to. Sectional does help to have the train tracks on there as well. I won't lie, I have gotten lost a couple times. In fact, when we first took off, it's either the first or second flight that I've done on this Vin Fiz thing. I got lost just like he did. So Andover, and then we're going to be right near Wellsville, coming up down the track. Must be a school down there. Picture time. It'd be very hard to keep your eyes on the track here, though, in the Cessna, because you just have this panel in front of you. So, Wellsville, out there in the distance, that's where we're heading. And this again would be, well, two things. One, in 1911, they didn't really have night lighting for aircraft. Two, it'd probably be pitch black out here because there wasn't as many roads, obviously. And three, you'd have to have big places like that, Wellsville, to have a point there with the railroad tracks. So he'd be checking all this off. He'd study the charts and top topography charts along with the railroad tracks. So alright, but he would be flying here no problemo, and then right after Olean. Oh my god, it's Wednesday Addams. Gotta see this. Here we go. Get your head in there. Get over Calibrate P. Rogers. Maddie got her Halloween costume. They can't see you because your costume is black and it's blocking out black. But we'll look at it later. I'll take a picture and post on Discord, okay? Okay. And Facebook, you want it all? Oh, okay. She wants fame, everybody. Okay. What's up, Riders Game? How's it going? Nice Wednesday Addams costumes. That's what you missed. So, but we'll post some Halloween pictures later. If I have to dress up, I'm probably just gonna do my Star Trek Next Gen costume again. Like it a lot. Never been to a convention with it, but I have one. All right, we're coming up on Wellsville, New York. I'll get you a look at the sectional here, which is helping me majorly on these flights. So we follow the railroad track down from Hornell and Wellsville. Now, I might go north and go to Olean that way, so I might deviate just from the direct there. So, I think we'll do that. We'll follow the track. So I'm going to go north of Wellsville and go that way, instead of direct. Does that make sense? So I could probably add that point. Let's see if we can add it now. Yeah, that's about right. And I'll add this one now too. Oh no! No, no. What plan is that? Alright, delete that one. I'm gonna mess this up. I didn't save anything though. So that's fine. Alright, just know I'm gonna follow the tracks, okay? Wellsville, New York. He's probably feeling pretty good about himself, Calvary B. Rogers, at this time. Because nothing has really gone wrong. Even though lots has gone wrong on the route. These train tracks are supposed to go north. We're on the train tracks. Oh, they're right there. Alright. Keep an eye on them. Go that way. Alright, what's up, dear? I really want to do this. I know that. Yes, I know. I just need one. Alright. Follow the tracks to the north. She thought I was going to ruin her Halloween costume. I said for Halloween. Going to the north. Following those tracks. Wellsville, New York. Big right-hand turn. Keep the altitude up there. Alright, so now you know we're just following the tracks till we hit Olean. We're gonna land at Gearmech Executive, which is a public airport, but it's turf. So it's going to be a little tougher to find. Railroad track should be right underneath me. Somewhere. Oh, there they are. I think those are them. Right there. Yeah. That's what we're following. So right through the trees here. Stay a little bit to the side so you can actually see a little bit better, maybe. Alright, we're only 12. Well, that's not the right thing. So, do this. 8 Gulf 3, that's where we're heading. We're about 20 nautical miles out. So, for him, he was going at about 50 miles per hour. So, we're going more like 130-ish. So it kind of tells you how much faster we're going than he did. Little windy. Little windy. If I get lost, I'll just type exclamation point mistake, but I think I'm good. We're gonna be coming up on Belmont, New York, out there in the distance. That's another checkpoint for us visually. Trimming up. That's why RPM's looking good. Just to double check. Good there. Okay, Belmont. Oh, yeah, Belmont, New York. Is that like the Belmont Stakes? I don't think it is. But when studying the Vin Fiz book, though, things have really changed compared to the past, and they probably should have. Seen that was over 100 years ago, 113 to be precise. There's the railroad track. Here's where we're going. Lots of places to land. Beautiful day for flying. It's a beautiful day to fly. Oh, theory. By the way, along his route, he also handed out advertising for the Vin Fiz drink, which no longer exists. It was pretty bad back then, too. Some people call it horse slop. But that's the company that made that drink that was sponsoring this whole thing here. And that's why the aircraft was with the Vin Fiz logo. I made my own. Railroad tracks right there. I'm going to take a left now. I'm going to go towards Friendship. So the track should be turning here. I'm seeing where they're turning, probably up here. So I'm going to take a left. See if I can find one of those things there, but the Smithsonian has one of the original advertisement flyers he would throw from the plane. Advertised. He also had a bottle of it fixed to the plane. Here's the railroad track right there. Going to Friendship, New York. What's up, Duncan McCockiner? Nice to see you. Thank you for tuning in. Alright, we're following the railroad tracks to Olean, New York, where we're going to do a landing. We'll refuel the plane, too, just like he did. This guy brought the fuel in a milk jug. And then in the highly technological way of putting fuel in the plane, he put like a chamois cloth over the gas tank and poured it right through to filter it. So, but yeah, that's how they did things back then, I guess. Oh man, hear me. So I guess if you had one of those, it'd be pretty cool. But there's no pictures online. Looking for advertising from the Vin Fiz. What's this? Oh, that looks like it's a 3D model of it right there. Look at this. They're talking about lessons from the Vin Fiz marketing. So that's kind of what it looked like. That looks like a 3D modeled up view of it as we pass Friendship, New York. And then, yeah, that's not real either. You can still download graphics from the Vin Fiz, obviously, but some guy studied the marketing of Vin Fiz. Alright, here's one of the original posters. And I would think that this would be after, or maybe it was the ideal route, but we're right about here-ish on the route. 5 cents. 5 cents for the drink. That would be at least $2 and change nowadays. What I'm seeing. Alright, that was Friendship, New York right there. Now we're going to continue west along the tracks. You can really see these tracks really well with this. I'm surprised. I've had some problems here and there. The next town you should see is Cuba, New York, right south of Cuba Lake. Things are pretty stable. Winds are pretty nice up here too. Pretty nice to see. Very nice. Again, we shall.
Number 1, make it so.
Make it so. Ooh, sorry about the odds. I had to take a nap today. I woke up early to coach soccer, and then I took another nap. I actually tried watching a movie, but I fell asleep, so I call that a nap. Alright, we're getting there. We're getting out of upstate New York today, hopefully. Train tracks right there. Trees are beautiful. Cuba, New York, over there. Cuba Lake should be somewhere over there. I'm gonna get maybe that thing. That person, by the way, in those ads in the upper right corner, that was a female pilot. I can't remember her name right now because it escaped my mind. But she became the pilot sponsor of Vin Fiz after Calbrave died. Calbrave was flying in Long Beach in the Vin Fiz flyer, and he crashed. They don't know if it was a bird that he tried to move for, he stalled or something, but they didn't really have the NTSB back then, so. But he actually passed away after doing the Vin Fiz flights. I'd say within a year. I can't remember the exact date. I think it was April of 2012. Could be wrong. There's Cuba, New York. Cuba Lake right up there in the distance. And now those tracks will go down south-ish to Olean, where we're going to do a full landing. There is no weather there, so I'm gonna cheat a little bit by looking at Sky Vector, which would not be cheating, so in real life we'll probably get this, we get some internet. So, Olean, Cattaraugus, Olean. It's actually 118.375, so we'll take a look at that. Track's gonna go this way still, 375. Let's see if we get any weather.
Kilo Oscar Lima Echo, automated weather observation 14000. Wind, calm. Visibility, 10. Sky condition, clear. Temperature, 17 Celsius.
If you want to clear this hill, I should. It's 2,189 feet.
Altimeter 3048.
3048, same. Okay, back to guard. Look at those tracks. Kind of hard to see. You gotta be down there somewhere. Wish I had the view that Calbrave did, because I can see things better.
You're on guard with
We're very close to the thing here. Track should be on the other side.
yeah.
And I think we're gonna do a left. Do an extended file into 2.8. How's that? So, in Olean, we're gonna go a little further out from the tracks, or maybe not. Maybe we should do a left. Let's do a left base for runway 10. Let's do that, because that would be right along the tracks there. Trim up a little bit. All right, pattern altitude's gonna be about 2,500, so we're right about where we need to be. That's because of all these hills. The track should be somewhere here. Right down there, that's what I'm thinking, along the highway. Can't tell if those are tracks or not. Kind of looks like it, 'cause you see the indentation in the trees. Railroad tracks were a valuable way of getting around, I guess, back then. What's that thing? What's that truck? That must have been a road. But it's not a road anymore. Looks like they're in the field there. That's interesting. It's my shadow. Shadow. Maybe this is a road. Oh yeah, it's the track maybe. That should be the tracks. It's going to turn to the south now. keep following it down. And that right there is Olean, right there in the distance. So that's where we're going to make a stop, and he would have refueled there. So. Alright, we're all about the electron flight back now. We're at pattern altitude 2,500. We're going to do a left base entry for 10. No ATC, no nothing. We're flying it like there's no airspaces or anything, like he did back in 1911. Sorry about my throat being irritated. I was yelling at the soccer game directions from the sidelines. Alright, let's make our first landing. That magenta line on that thing's going to help me a lot, because this is, I generally know where it is, but it's a turf field. It's going to blend in easy. But I'll clear some windows out here. Alright, I'm going to show it to you. So the airport is on the other side of the river, and it's this strip right here. So we're going to land 10, which means this way. So I'm looking for a house, a couple houses, a road, and the Allegheny River. And that's why in the modern day of satellite imagery, this is awesome. Alright. City of, town or city? I'm going to go with city. City of Olean. There's the Allegheny. The Allegheny is there, the river. So let's see what we can do. Swing out wide here. I'm thinking it's somewhere over here, maybe. But it's not easy to find that, is it? Nope. All right, first landing of the day. Let's slow it down. It is that way. I'm thinking it's over there somewhere. Okay, 10 degrees of flaps. Angle down. See if we can find it. If not, we'll just overfly it. There's baseball fields. The fairgrounds doesn't exist anymore where he did land, so I'm gonna go with probably doesn't exist anymore. I'm thinking it's over there. That's where the airport is, I think, because the Allegheny River is right over here. So let's get some. Maybe not. Where are the baseball? Oh yeah, yeah. Baseball fields are there. All right, so it's on the other side, so it's got to be over there. Or it's actually right here-ish. All right, you might have to overfly it because I can't see it. Here's the Allegheny. Baseball fields, other side. Oh, there it is. It's right there. The airfield's there. Alright, we're good. So, 1500. And the white arc, 20 degrees flaps. I think we have a visual. Yep, that's it. That's definitely it. It's the baseball fields. Again, that's why the satellite imagery helps a lot. You could, it looks like a normal field, you know what I'm saying, like a farm. But with the baseball fields being here and everything, you kind of can see where it is. Alright, I'm going to put some final flaps here in a second, but it is a turf field, so I'll try a soft field landing. Keep it rolling, and we're gonna turn eventually to the left and back, taxi over to here. The house is basically the field. Very Vin Fizzy because he landed like racetracks, farms, stuff like that. So, but all right, here we go. Throttles out. Keep it going. No, it wasn't supposed to be that hard. Damn you. All right, I didn't think it was that hard. I mean, I know I was kind of slow, but come on now. I got the elevator all the way back to keep the pressure off the front nose wheel. I'm going to turn this puppy around. So let's do that now. Come on, slow down. Good, thank you. Don't go into the field. And we're going to taxi back on the runway over to these houses over here. So we're going to refill, and we're going to depart again. Probably depart runway 10, make it easy. Well, actually, maybe we'll do 28, because that way we're more on track to go to next destination, which is right north of Salamanca, where he had problems. The end of the thing is here, and the house is over there, so I'm going to go this way. It's kind of hard to see what's what over here. Oh, I guess it's actually down here. My bad. Sorry about going through your farm, boo. Get an elevator full back. Keep this thing riding. Flaps can go up. Okay, strobes off. What else? Man, I'll leave everything else on for now. Let's just get to the taxiway. That must be the house. It's kind of hard to know which one's which, but it's cool. Yeah, that's past that field. And then literally Google Maps shows one aircraft around here. So we're going to park it around here, shall we? We'll go take a look at Olean with the drone cam too as well. Alright, let's shut her down so we can refuel. So, checklist. Flaps up, strobes off, landing light off, taxi lights required, not needed. Okay, good. Trim set for takeoff. It is. Sorry about the Tobii eye tracker. I'll turn it off. ELT, verify silent. Had to turn it off. Avionics off, all lights except for beacon off. Okay, mixture full lean. Mags off, master off, lights off. And I'm going to refill so that way I don't forget. Because that's what he did in Olean. He refilled the Vin Fiz. And let's go take a look at Olean, which does not have the fairgrounds where he actually landed. Anyways, it's like the Olean Fairgrounds racetrack or something. Now you can see that runway. That was not easy to find. And then literally this would be the apron. I guess that kind of showed through the satellite imagery. The only way I really found it, though, are those baseball fields, because when you studied that, it told me it was right across the Allegheny over there. But here's Olean, New York. Beautiful foliage. That's here. I'm going to make sure I got where I'm going next. And our next stop is the last one in New York, because after that we're going all the way to Meadville, Pennsylvania. But he didn't spend long here. He spent about 30 minutes in Olean just to refuel. Someone got him some milk to drink and something to eat. People came out and saw him, and they were excited. And then he got right back on the plane. Because in Olean, they were actually expecting him earlier, but then he had that mag problem before from the last flight. So, the Allegheny River, everybody. Nice baseball fields. Good visual for that. Alright, so without further ado, I mean, I think the fairgrounds would be somewhere down here back in history, but I never really got that information from the time I had to research. So, could have been over here. This looks like a big open area, but you don't know. You know what I'm saying? So, alright, we're going to get back in the plane. And now we're going, well, what we thought would be Meadville, but he's going to have to make an emergency landing 7 miles west of Salamanca on a Native American reservation back then, because there's a mag problem. So we're going to land at Great Valley, New York, right there. Great Valley, November 5-6. Really short hop. And then he was stuck there for a while because, again, he tried taking off 3 times after he fixed that mag problem. And he crashed into the fence and basically destroyed the Vin Fiz for the second time. First time was Middletown, second time was this. So they had to wait for parts and he was stuck there for 4 days. But we're going to continue on after that. Again, to Meadville, Pennsylvania. That'll be our longest leg. So a really short leg here, but we're going to make this happen. Alright, full fuel, we're good. Let's get our checklist. And let's get going. C-track backlock, avionics are off. Autopilot's off. Throttle 1/4 of an inch. Very good. The fuel's still on, yep. Okay. Mixture full lean. I probably will not do the fuel pump because I just landed it. Brake set. We'll try it without that. Master on, beacon on. Clear prop. Because usually after you fly, you don't even really have to prime a carbureted engine or anything if it's been a while, you know, pretty soon after. So we're good with full fuel. All right, mixture. I already got full rich oil pressure. Good. Lights as required. Nav. Taxi at this time. Seatbelt harnesses. Flaps are up. Heat vent defrost. We're gonna leave it where it is. What? How many degrees? It's got like 66 degrees, right? Oh, 64. Went down. All right, we're good still. Avionics on. Very good. I want to take a look at our route one more time. So yeah, he would follow the train tracks coming west out of there. So we'll follow the tracks west, but we're going to deviate to the north. Like we have a mag problem, go to Great Valley. So don't think we're going direct. We're going to follow those tracks out. And follows the Allegheny River, so you can't really miss it, right? You would think so. But over Salamanca, we'll do the he had problems with his mags, and land at Great Valley, New York. Also, let me change the leg. Today's flight there. So 8 Gulf 3 to November 5-6. Really short. We're going to make it happen. Alright, with that, I think we're good. Checklist. ASB, taxi, brake. Yep. Alright, I'm going to depart on 28 here. So that we were already going west to save a little bit of time. I think that makes sense. Chart supplement here, check it out. Great Valley. Yep, that's Great Valley. That's not what I need then. Olean. 8 Gulf 3. I wanted to get close to the town or city, whatever it is. Okay, attended Monday through Friday. Saturday, Sunday. Airport closed at night, so that's why I can land during the day. Alright. Ambulance ops in view of airport on CTAF frequency. Oh, interesting. Okay. Alright, so runway 28, trees, runway 10, bushes. Alright, here we go. Again, using electronic flight bags, my main navigation device here. So, it'd be like having railroad maps, but it's just a section. Alright, here we go. Elevator full back. Get this thing moving. I'm going to take the runway. It should be right over here. Oh, I'm going to put my Tokyo tracker on. That looks like it, yeah. Alright. It goes a little further. And that's where we will depart from. Alright, let's do a quick run-up right here. Let's make sure we got everything working. Checklist. Tokyo tracker off. Brake set, fuel set to both, trim set for takeoff. Flight controls. Annunciator lights. Good. Heading indicator, I just want to check. Annunciator lights, instruments. Turn craters and mill heading. Coordinators good now. Balls and mill, no flag. Vertical speed looks good. Horizon looks good. Altimeter looks good. Airspeed looks good. 1800. right magneto? It's working about right. Back to both. But I think it must be the oil temperature. Maybe we need to warm up more. Just by us running a little rough. Alright, very good. Vacuum, amps charging slightly. Pressure, temp, oil is good. Idling. About 675, 650, not bad. Back to 1,000. If there's problem, take a phone control. Otherwise, in this Meadville, we're one runway ahead of us. We'll abort takeoff land right there on the runway. If we are above, let's say, 2,100 feet, I mean, below 2,100 feet, there's problem mechanical emergency. Otherwise, we will then directly have no 30 degree turns, best glide 68 for above 2,100 feet. And there's problem mechanical emergency. Otherwise, we'll take a turn to the left. There's more there instead of trees. Land downwind on the taxiway, the grass, the runway. Rivers available to us, best glide speed again 68, rotate at 55, climb at 74. These are the things we say, so we know what we're doing. So there's no double guessing if there's a problem. Alright, if we're good to go, we're good to go. So, how long is this runway? I should actually just double check that. 3,100 feet. We're good. I'm not going to put the short field takeoff. We're going to be fine. Alright, we are good to go. So, tablet away. Going to the map. Here we go. I'm going to keep it rolling here. Element back. Here we go. Watch out for that ground effect. That's why you let go of the back pressure once you get that. Maybe it would have been smart to do the short field takeoff, but we'll be fine. I'm going to clear the trees. Real life probably should have done the short field takeoff. So turf soft field operations are different than runways. Runways are definitely better. I've never really done a short. I've done a simulated soft and short field takeoff, obviously, because you have to show that on your private pilot. But all right, and did we depart 010? Yeah, we did. We did the other runway, so it's all right. I'm gonna take a left here. Keep it going. I'm gonna overfly Olean as we get out of here. We're on our way to Great Valley, New York, but via the railroad tracks that he followed. And again, he got right about at Salamanca and then had engine trouble and had to put it down. He didn't want to chance it like he did before, and he put it down the Native American reservation at Red House, New York, which is 7 miles west of Salamanca. But we're going to land north of Salamanca. Let's find these tracks again, shall we? That could be it right there. Toby eye tracker off. Looking for those railroad tracks. I think it's somewhere over here. Right there, see the tracks. That should head out west towards Salamanca. Okay, we're gonna bring this back now. Keep it about 2,500-ish. Trim up. Ground speed of 106 knots, not too bad. Trim down. There's those railroad tracks. Right that way. Over Olean, New York. Follow the Allegheny, and you got it. So. Trimming down. Come on, man. It's a nice picture. Bam, I got one. Oh yeah, for red above those tracks. Cool. Very good. Alright. Then after this we head to Meadville along the tracks and we're good. Oh, excuse me. Left here a little bit. Yep. All of those tracks. So I was playing an emulated Apple IIe last night, just because I found it. I was like, oh, that's kind of cool again. And I played the Oregon Trail. And I think that we're going to do a flight of the Oregon Trail. That's what I think we should try for another idea. But there's a ton of ideas. I still got to do the one in Canada and stuff. But we're knocking them out slowly. Let's do this Vin Fiz one to get out of the way, though. It's going to take a while. Who knows when 2024 gets out. Already pre-bought here. I'm going to obviously try it out on stream, but we'll see if I'm going to use that as my major one for now. The good news is most of my scenery, hopefully the MSFS add-ons manager will work, and maybe they'll come up with a new version that lets you like decide which simulator to load into. That would be kind of cool. But we can, I guess what I could do is I could kind of just copy over the community folder after I load it through MSFS add-ons into the community folder 2024 if that's how it still works, which it looks like it will. And we'll do it that way to see if it works and everything. So there'll be a learning curve, but we'll get there. There's the railroad along the Allegheny. And in real life, he's gonna suffer some mag failure in probably about 2 to 3 minutes, but we're not. So. But the Native Americans told him, they said, like, we'll take down the barbed wire fence for you if you want to try taking off after you fix the mag problem. He's like, no, I'm good. I'll get it. And on the third time, he cracked up the whole thing. He should have just listened to them. Could have saved a lot of time and effort. Plus, they had to write out to the Wright Brothers factory in Ohio to try to get the parts they needed. So that took some time, too. And they had a car that was on the train with them, a Pullman car, that they would drive out. And they drove it out and they towed the plane back to Salamanca to get fixed, but they left the engine on the field. They picked up the next day. Can you imagine just leaving stuff of such importance, making sure it was there the next day? Fons Road going north, Salamanca. We're almost there. Yeah, he made it over Salamanca. He's like, I can't do this. I gotta get this thing fixed, and then booked the whole plane after he tried departing from there. So, but they did treat him good in Salamanca. They treated him like a hero. So, but he was doubting whether he could do it or not. I think at this point, in my opinion, he was probably doubting whether he can make it out coast to coast in 30 days at this point. But all his other competitors that were flying to do the same Hearst price for $50,000. If you don't know what I mean, read the description of the video. But everyone basically got in problem area, and there was one person that was still with it at this point. And there were other people that were still going to try it, but it was only him and one other person at this point really going for it around this point. So the other competitors crashed out, or they couldn't get above the Rockies, because they all start. It just didn't matter what side you started from. You had to crisscross the United States. So must be nice to have money to offer $50,000 in 1911. All right, Salamanca out there, and this is where he gets the engine trouble. And he would have gone west a little bit more and put it down in Red House, New York, but we're not doing that. We're going to Great Valley, New York. We're going to overfly Salamanca first, though. Again, we land at airports today. Back then, airports were farms, fields, racetracks. So it's a lot different back then than it is today. But if I do this flight again with like the Blériot or something, then we're gonna try using fields and places to land. I think we'll try that out. Okay, November 5-6 is up there. They said it was winds calm, so we're gonna do an extended final for runway 6. Let me show you what we're doing here. Extended file for runway 6 right there. One more check of the weather. So Olean's not that far.
Echo, automated weather observation 1500 Zulu. Wind calm.
Yeah, so we're gonna do runway 6. Alright. And the airport should be right to the north here. It's another turf airfield though, and I didn't check it on the Google Maps like I should have, but that's okay. We'll get it up there now. Uh-oh. It's not showing it. No. Great Valley Airport. Alright, anyways. We'll just spot it then. 2,500 spot pattern altitude. Turning onto the final, we're extended. And we're looking for a turf runway. It's a Great Valley Airport. Let me see if I can find it here. There it is. Alright, oh boy. It's got like a factory next to it and stuff. This is it right here, actually. Yeah, that's it. Alright, cool. We found the airfield, and I'm very close to this mountain. Or hill, if you call it like that. Back to 1700. I was already naturally setting under 110. Put 10 degrees of flaps. We gotta get this thing down. Flaps. Back to 15. Getting the white arc. Come on now, baby. And full flaps. Angling down. That's what we do. Throttle out. And we probably glide this in. I'll turn the tablet off this time. Here's the airfield right here. And that's where we're going to land. Probably not going to refuel because honestly it's very close here. Okay. And I'll add the throttle because we're getting too slow. Boy, that just snuck up on us, didn't it? And I know it's it too because these two little cul-de-sacs, if you will, off the airport. So, same type of technique here, soft field, so I'm going to pull the elevator back. I can do a better job of that now. And we are going to ride it to the end of this runway on the right. Alright, here we go. Elevator back. That was way better. No ELT involved in this one. Oh my god, that was terrible. We just let it run and we add a little bit as we need to keep it going. Flaps up. Trim set for takeoff. If I can look that low, I can't even see it. Obviously easier in real life. And I'm gonna park over there near the hangar. So elevator still back. I'm gonna keep the pressure off that nose wheel. That's so if there's soft ground it doesn't sink in. That is the hangar here though. Very good. Take a camera around Salamanca. He hung around here for 4 days because they had to fix the Vin Fiz. Okay. So anyways, pulling right over here. All right, let's turn this off. Checklist. Togiak tracker off. Checklist for you. All right. Flaps up. Strobes off. All right, turn the strobes off. Good man. Landing light off. Good man. Taxi light off. Control lights off, actually. All right. ELT verify solid avionics off. Mixture full lean. Let's turn that down a little bit first. Full lean on the mixture. And that was about 45 minutes total from where we started. So, anyways, I'm gonna put the parking brake on. Mags are off. Lights are off. Everything's off. Now let's go check out Salamanca, everybody. But first off, I'll take a picture of my plane thereafter. Turn off the follow mode. Okay. It's down a little bit. There we go. Nice picture, cheese. Oops. And I went back into the cockpit. Okay, tablet off. And Salamanca should be down that way as we overflew it. So, but I don't know if I could find Red House, New York, because that would be kind of cool if I could. But it's west. Actually, it's like southwest of Salamanca, and the Allegheny Indian Territory is still there. They actually have a Seneca Allegheny Resort and Casino. So take that as you will. They're still there. It's pretty nice to see. But this is Salamanca right here. We've landed north of it. And then we'll try to find Red House, but I do not know exactly where he landed. Obviously, he landed around the river and Red House. The casino is actually, I think, this building over here. So the reservation lands here. That looks like a big parking lot for a casino. It's right around the highway, too. Let me just double check that. Yep, that's the casino. So that's the Seneca Allegheny Resort and Casino. And then he landed somewhere, I think around here or so. I'm guesstimating on that, because they said 7 nautical miles to the west. But they said Red House, New York. And Red House, New York is actually down further down the highway. So, yeah, it's got to be somewhere around here where he landed. So I don't know where that would be. I don't know if these trees are, you know, in the right place, because they're kind of defined by things. Could have been this field. Somewhere around here is where he put down the Vin Fiz, and then they towed it back to Salamanca. And then he stayed there for like 3-4 days. Well, they fixed it. They had to get all the parts out here. Imagine that in 1911, they had to like do a telegram to tell him everything, you know. But all right, we're gonna get back on this thing, and we're gonna end our flight for today by going to Meadville, Pennsylvania. You can hear the birds here. Isn't that nice? They're chirping. The birds are chirping. Yay. That's a nice airfield, isn't it? Nice little airfield. Let's take a look at it in real life, actually. Get some. Oh, no! No, where'd you go? You hid behind the simulator. There we go. So the airfield is Great Valley Airport, which is actually northeast of there. And if we zoom in, we might be able to see some of it. So let's see what happens. Yeah, there you go. Great Valley. No fences, no nothing. It's just you landing there. Cool. And these rural airports, I'll tell you, they have a little bit of character to them. You know what I mean? Here's some hangars over here. It's pretty cool. With a plumbing store. Pretty cool. Kind of reminds me of Woodstock, but Woodstock actually had like a real paved airport and stuff like that. So pretty nice. It reminds me of New Hampshire with the hills, though. New Hampshire, you could always tell when you're flying into New Hampshire because the hills start coming up from Massachusetts. So, or if you're flying the west of Massachusetts, the hills start going up too. But. All right. Anyways, we're gonna do this. We're gonna take off from here, follow the tracks to Meadville, Pennsylvania. So, regardez-moi. Here we go. We're not refilling. How much fuel did that take? Probably like 1, 2%, 3%. Oh, it didn't refill. I guess we will fill it then. I don't know why it did that. That was weird. Alright, checklist. Let's get this thing started. Pre-flight done. C-track backlock. Avionics are off. Autopilot's off. Throttle 4th of an inch. Good. Parking brake off. Mixture full lean. Brakes are set. We're not gonna do the fuel pump because we should be good. Master on. Beacon on. And here we go. Clear prop. Right, she's purring like a kitten. Oil pressure's in the green almost. Light test required, nav, and taxi at this time. Okay, seatbelt harness says flaps are up. Heat vent defrost, we're gonna leave where it is, but is it getting colder or warmer? It's getting colder. Alright. This mod, by the way, has a way of telling you if it's too cold in the cabin if you really wanted it that way. I don't only use it, but avionics on. We got the ATIS from Olean again. Shows the loads, that is. And we'll be heading to the south on this one, so see what it says actually. Turn supplement for Great Valley. Great Valley. Taking runway 24 to the west. Looks we're heading west. Alright. Looks good to me. That's it. We're going to follow the tracks all the way from Great Valley. You're not seeing any of this going in from back on, silly. We're going to fly Salamanca again. We're going to go west. Across the railroad all the way to Meadville, Pennsylvania. Port Meadville. Kilo Golf, Kilo Juliet. I should probably change the sign before I do that too as well. It's November 5-6. To Meadville. Here we go. Meadville, Pennsylvania. It's going to be the longest part of this flight. So, should be good. And he kept going for the day. He went to Kent, Ohio, but we're going to end it there because I kind of did the leg where he crashed. So, but the next leg will take us to Ohio. Alright, if we're good on that, so we're waiting for the GPS to be working here. Yep, wrong thing. You gotta do this so it goes to the checklist. Thank you. Taxi light brakes, we'll test on the way out. We gotta do a run up. Alright. Turn the plane around and put the tail that way. Do a run up. That's what we're gonna do next. Yeah, I'm rubbing up against something on the rudder pedals. Here is that. Alright. Get out of the runway, Eric. Alright. So, run up. Brakes are set. Fuel set to both. Trim set for takeoff. Flight controls. The box free and clear. Test. Good. Alright. Instruments. Turn clears middle. No flag. Heading coordination about where it is, right? Yep. Brakes feel looks good. Altimeter looks good. Horizon looks good. Ears feel looks good. Mixture best power 1800 RPMs. Right magneto. Back to both. Left. That's actually looking a lot better. Back to both. Pretty good. All right. Oil pressure, oil temp, amps, volts, charging. Again, the green. Idling. Back to 1,000. If it's a problem, take off full mechanical approach. Otherwise, we'll abort takeoff and land directly here on the runway. If we are under, let's say, 2,200 feet, it's problem mechanical approach. Otherwise, we'll land directly here within 130 degree turn, best glide speed 68. If we're above 2,200 feet, it's problem mechanical approach. Otherwise, we'll take a turn to the, that's a toughie. To the left and land downwind on the taxiway, the grass, the wrong, whatever's available to us. Best glide speed is 68. We rotate at 55, climb to 74. We're going to turn it in a circle. Get as much runway as we can. Strobes and landing lights on this time. And here we go. Turn around. Elevator full back. Tablet off for you. Keep it rolling. And we're going to do a short field just to make sure. So We're actually going to rotate at 55 and climb at 62 now. Just the trees. Can't go wrong. Tobii eye tracker on. And here we go. Elevator back still. Ground effect. We can move down a little bit. There we go. Build some speed. Stay ground effect. Stay ground effect. Turn that back over to guard. Should be about 62. Good. Okay, clear of obstacles, flaps up. Continue climb at 74. Okay. And we're gonna fly right over Salamanca again, so we just gotta gain altitude here. Back up with those tracks. Again, let's try to fight back being my main navigation source here. It shows me the modern day railroad tracks, which are probably, most of them have been, I think, the same as when the Vin Fiz train went on them. So there's been probably some that were erased, I think, around Wilkes-Barre or what? No, Scranton, Pennsylvania. But other than that, they were pretty good. Make it over this hill. It's that hill again. Alright. Alright, Tobii eye tracker off. Here's Salamanca. Continue climbing at like 80 knots. Better visibility over the nose. Better engine cooling, but we're good. We're at 2,500-ish. So I'm gonna pull this down, bring it back to 125, and trim up. All right, we're on our way. We're gonna make it to Meadville, Pennsylvania. This buckle up. It's gonna be a longer ride. Send out the squadron. We're on our way. Okay, tracks. Some railroad tracks. We're going the other way. So we're looking for tracks going west. Tracks to the west. Oh, there they are. Maybe not. That's a road. Find them eventually. Way too high. That looks like railroad tracks right there, so that's it. Sweet. We basically follow those all the way to Meadville. They go all the way to Meadville. So it's just keeping an eye on the railroad tracks. Alright, we're way too high, trimming down. You're going this way. I'll keep double checking with the section. Got some winds up here. So I keep getting bumped up in altitude. I gotta follow the tracks. Going this way. Alright, very nice scenery around here. And this would be, according to the Vin Fiz logs, September 28th, Salamanca, New York to Kent, Ohio, but we're going to stop at Meadville, where he did make a stop. So, and you can find all these original logs. This is what they typed up for the logs from the Smithsonian website. So we're almost done with the first page, everybody. Overjoyed. But they have all the logs that they typed out back in 1911 on the website digitized, which is nice to see. Alright, got a little bump here. I'm reaching for the iced tea. It's also hot in this office here. Probably because I took the air conditioner out, and the computer really warms it up, to be honest with you. We don't really need heat in this room until later in the winter. So I'd like to thank my GPU and computer in general for heating it up. I run an i9-9900K. It's kind of old now, but it does throw off a lot of heat, and I have an all-in-one cooler on it. So I think on the Intel chips you really need one, but I'm holding off on buying a new computer unless 2024 really does not that good on this, which I think it'll be fine. It'll be comparable. It might be a little less in performance, but not really in the market to build another build, because I'm going to have to buy a whole new motherboard, memory, CPU, and then at that point I have a 3090, which is more than capable for now, but we might want to look in the 4090 if the 5090 comes out. So we'll see. Alright, following these tracks. This is the Allegheny Reservoir to our left, by the way. So that's what that becomes. That's why you have the bridge there and everything. And the next time I'm going to see is Randolph off the tracks. So, show a little bit. Ground speed is 160 knots, not too shabby. Tracks are right there. So that's what he was following back there in 1911. It's crazy when you think about it, you know, all the technology we have in flying now. And there's me superimposed on the Vin Fiz picture up there. What was in the upper left. Alright, Cal Braith is with us. He's been with us all these flights. He's been basically just silent in awe the whole time. Reliving it. Reliving the dream. Ugh. Tracks to our right, pretty good. Allegheny Reservoir in the background. Very cool. Okay, Randolph should be over here somewhere. So we'll see if we see it with the tracks. Try on my left now. It's actually more over here, maybe? Anyway, this has been pretty enjoyable without crashing like the real Vin Fiz. So they had to totally rebuild it though, so this would have been him after it being rebuilt for the second time, the whole plane. Can only imagine. You wouldn't be doing that nowadays. even with just what he had, the Wright brothers EX there, Wright Flyer, if you will, EX model. You'd probably have so many people having to recertify, and he just brought mechanics with him, 2 mechanics, and they fixed it, and he was on his way in 4 days. Good luck on that nowadays. Train track should be somewhere below us, slightly to our left. I'm not really seeing it. Oh, there it is. Trees just covered it up. And this would be Randolph, New York. I'm gonna follow the train tracks. Should curve that way. Seems like a lot of the highways follow the general gist of the railroad tracks too, so it's right there. See how much is obstructed when you're in the cockpit? He didn't have that problem. He was sitting on the edge of the wing. Too bad they didn't have an E6B back then. He could have at least gotten like check times, you know? Tracks right there. I have a moth flying in front of my screen. Okay, good. Jeez. Man, we should be coming up on Jamestown, New York, which was another thing that he flyered. He's got to keep going though, because his next destination was Meadville. But he would have dropped Vin Fiz flyers there as well. Got trimmed out pretty good now. Tracks right there. It's reassuring to check it against the sectional GPS coordinates. No offense or anything. Can only imagine. I mean, he had to keep his attention on that while battling, like, you know, coldness and stuff. He dressed in layers with newspapers underneath for insulation. Simpler time back then. Again, it's very cool when you can find the track and follow it like he did. Mind you, going about 2.5 times faster. Pretty cool. Okay, curve to the left here. You should see Kennedy, New York. Let's find this thing right here. Obviously went into more of a headwind there, so picked up the plane. Alright, big place called Jamestown, New York. That's where we'd aim for next. The train track should go right to it. And I lost them. Oh wait, no, they're there. They're there. They're getting easier to see after a while because you know what to look for. Lost the trees going that way. follow the highway here. Jamestown, New York. I was thinking I see him there, but I don't know. It says the tracks go this way. Oh, there they are. Tracks Jamestown right there. Jamestown, New York. In Chautauqua Lake. Over there. We're going to overflat like he did. And continue on our way to Meadville, Pennsylvania. Still have a way to go. I have to look outside the cockpit more because it's hard to see the tracks. Right there. Jamestown, New York. It's close to Erie, Pennsylvania, if you're wondering. So. We also didn't change the time, but that's okay. Because I figure... time is it in the sim right now? Probably should have done that, but that's okay. 11:32. Yeah, it could be about 11:32 right now in his real life pursuits. So we'll leave it be. Seems to be a little bit more in the green in the trees here. Alright, the tracks continue out of Jamestown. Once you know where you're looking, it gets a little easier to spot them. There's Chautauqua Lake over there. Looks like they go this way. It's gotta be a bridge or something, right? Yeah, it goes underneath. Goes right up to the lake. Very cool. Imagine seeing this in 1911. Might look something like this. Wait, give me a second. Do I have that on there? I don't know. Oh, I do. Might look something like this in 1911. And maybe a little bit of this too, if I could actually get the effect. Give me a second. I don't know if... oh, I do have it. Here we go. Where's that on the camera? I can't tell. No, it's on the web camera. Alright. Oh, there it is. It looked like that. 1911. I've wanted to use that filter forever. Never found a reason. Now have one. But I'm going to turn it off. Pretty cool though, huh? I think it is. Right, both green and all. And then this got the black and white off. And we're back to color. Following those train tracks on the right. This is Lakewood, New York. We're following those tracks. They're going to head down south pretty soon. So, trim down. I lost the tracks. Oh, there they are. They're curving. We got boats. 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 Very good. Okay, there's the railroad track going that way. Again, this all eventually goes to Meadville. And I'll try to keep it on my left side. Trim down a little bit still. Very cool. Been hand flying all these flights, by the way, just like he did. He had no choice. There was no autopilot back then. That's the track we're following. Ugh. Now, Galbraith P. Rogers, by the way, was the first private owner of an aircraft ever. He bought the Wright Brothers EX model for this flight, and he actually flew it before then. So he was one of the first with a pilot's license in the United States, but he's not the first. Tracks. I think I lost the tracks. They should be off to my left. Somewhere. Lost them in the trees. What's that? Power lines. Okay, I didn't know what those were. I have add-ons galore, so should be on the left side somewhere. Are those the tracks actually? Nope. I got the section, but I should be seeing track somewhere. Regardless, we'll follow it on the electronic flight back here. So, right near Niobe, New York. Actually, that'll be Pennsylvania. We're about to cross the border into Pennsylvania. Right near Sanders. After that, Sanders Private Airport will be in Pennsylvania. These tracks are lost in the trees. That's a road. Beautiful trees, though. Should be an airport over here, someone's a private one, Sanders. That. Not seeing railroad track. Still following it on the sectional though. Just can't see it. Trim it up. And Meadville will be our last stop on the stream. Man, we got some miles done today, I'll tell you that. So that is good. Very good. Down near my left somewhere. Got some traffic out there too. Oh, there it is, right there. November 9, no, November 394 Delta Alpha. It's probably Delta Airlines flight. Turn right, or start veering to the right when you get to Wrightsville. Take the last train to Wrightsville. Here's the tracks. So they should curve to the right, and that's what we follow. This might be Wrightsville right here, so it's going to turn. We are in Pennsylvania now, so New York is done. So I don't think we go back into New York at all. There have been intense flights. Taking this right here, following tracks. You can tell I was descending. We also have someone out there on the ADSB. November 965 Delta Romeo. He's about 800 feet above me, and he's magenta, so take that as you will. But you might hear a warning soon. Let's see what happens. Alright, we're on our way to Corey, Pennsylvania. Oh, in the distance. No, he's behind me. He's only 600 feet above me going to the ADSB. That's not him. That could be him, actually. Yeah. So let's get a magenta warning over there. And that's rear wheel traffic. So, being pumped in by FSLTL. Sure, it up. There's the railroad track. There's that traffic. It's running. Off my left side. The sun shine him out a little ways out there somewhere. Oh man, these tracks are pretty good planning. And I'm glad that the VFR section will show tracks, because that makes it easier when the trees make it so you can't see the tracks. But this is a pretty good flight for him from Salamanca to Meadville and ultimately to Ohio. Oh man. And it took him about 3 months with a month off because of a hospital stay. And he hurt himself pretty bad out in California. He wanted to finish in Long Beach, so they counted November as official time. But he wanted to hit the ocean at Long Beach, the Pacific Ocean, so that's what he did when he was good enough to do it. And that railroad tracks right there. Oh, excuse me. I gotta keep it going west here. Corey, Pennsylvania, right here. Had pretty good ground speeds. Oh, excuse me. Oof. Corey, Pennsylvania. Beacon, okay. That must be Corey Lawrence Airport, 8 Gulf 2. We got traffic right in front of us. It's not really showing up on ESP, so I can't tell you what that is. It's probably Microsoft Flight Simulator East Server traffic, that's probably why. Nice contrail though. That does indeed say Corey. That does indeed say Corey. So we know we're definitely in Corey, Pennsylvania. Yep, Malcolm Foxtrot, how's it going, bud? We're getting there. We're in Pennsylvania finally. We're getting there. How are you, sir? Gonna make it to Meadville, Pennsylvania, and call it a day. I'm alright. I'm surviving. We're doing okay. So, much better than this guy was doing on his flights in 1911. Nice weather though. It's been nice VFR weather the whole time. We had pretty bad weather last week, but it was really nice here in the Northeast. Following those railroad tracks, which should be right off my right here. So I'm taking like those are the tracks. Yep. Just following it all the way to Meadville, Pennsylvania. Oh, yeah. How long you been at it? Crossing the pond there. For those people who don't know what CTP is. That's a long one. I don't even know what the procedures are for flying over the Atlantic Ocean like that. So, I mean, I'd have to read up on it. Yep, they take that stuff seriously too. What are you flying? Oh, cool. Oh, well, that's not bad. Is that Austria? Lima Oscar Whiskey is Austria, I think, right? I could be wrong on that. Could be Germany. Could be Switzerland. You have radar navigation. I have railroads and GPS. Doing pretty good. Vienna, yep, Austria, yep. No. Was it? That's because everyone was departing from there? Yeah. It's like real world. Well, I don't know if it's like real world. There'd probably be less traffic than what there was. Very nice, my friend. Very nice undertaking. Just checking these railroad tracks. They should go that way, which they do. A lot of in and out of the cockpits. I can't see like Calibrate P. Rogers did on the right flyer because he had a full view. He was on the edge of the wing. Imagine sitting on that chair on the edge of the wing, though, for all that time. That must have been a pain. He must have been pretty sore. Butt sore getting off that thing. Union City should be coming up. Taking a look at my sectional here, which is helping me. And everything's basically staffed, if I remember right. They pride themselves on staffing all that, so... Yep, oh, it's loading scenery. Let's hope it just keeps loading scenery. Come on now, simulator. Don't you quit on me now. Alright, keep loading. That's the trade-off with tons of add-ons. I'm talking like an obscene amount of scenery. Because that'll do it once in a while like that. Which kind of sucks, but... Union City. Out there, maybe. No, it's supposed to be right here. Where's Union City? Interesting, I don't know. Maybe, no, that is it. Yeah, Union City. We've officially made it farther than the previous 2 attempts at the Vin Fiz flights from the previous years. I've had it planned now for, I think, 3 years. Let's trim up a little bit. You gotta like have like, you know, Netflix or something on the side for those flights. Unless you're streaming. Excuse me. I pick and choose my battles. I do the marathon in July. I haven't come up with a theme yet, but I usually do that around April. So I have April or February vacation actually, I'm sorry. So February is usually where I can put the idea together. April's where I start getting all the stuff out for the event. But we'll be doing our 5th annual marathon again for the Children's Cancer Research Fund Great Cycle Challenge for 2025. It's already gonna happen. It's a matter of doing it. And then FS Expos in my area this year. So we got a lot to look forward to in the flight simming realm. All right, the track is going to go in 2 different places here. So where is the track? It's right there. It's going to go to the left where we want to go, and it's going to go to the right. But this is Union City, Pennsylvania. Keep an eye out for the left track. If we see an amphitheater, we went the wrong way. Let's put it that way. Alright, keep an eye out here. You can tell we're in Pennsylvania, lots of farmland. The hills kind of disappeared though. And that's what it said in his official log. It said like the hills kind of retracted so you didn't have to worry about them as much, which is totally true. Alright, we are following right track. Which is maybe that one over there. I think that's a road track. No, it's a road. Here it is, right there. Again, we have the, let's try to fight back. And we are almost at Meadville. I'm going to get the ASOS, the weather, if you will. The ASOS in 121.425. See if we get a reading yet.
Kilo Golf, Kilo Juliet, automated
Yeah,
weather
we already got it.
observation,
Cool.
1500 Zulu. Wind, calm. Visibility, 10.
Wind's been calming the whole simulator the whole time. Wondering if I have real life weather loaded at this point. Oh, it's live weather. The time is more like what he would have seen back then. So back to guard.
You're on guard with
For the railroad track they would have followed. That might be lost in the trees below. We're supposedly right on top of it, so I'm thinking it's in here. Anywho, next place we're going to see is Cambridge Springs. Tracks are supposed to deviate slightly to the left here. And are these the tracks or is it the trees? That's what you have to ask yourself. Those could be tracks. start the tracks. Okay, good. Then we're gonna lose them in the trees again. Over there. And really nice flex here. The foliage here, it's got a lot of color to it too. A little bit more green though from when we started the flights in Hornell, New York. This looks like the railroad track. Go in a little bit that way. Alright, Cambridge Springs coming up. You should probably see it right now. Somewhere out here. Off that tablet, but just know I'm following the tracks here. I wonder where the bridge was that crossed the little thing there. I think the tracks are there, I could be wrong. Springs over here, somewhere, probably over there. Pennsylvania. Scenery not really loading that well. See that they had a copter right there. This looks like the track right here. Cambridge Springs. Freaky when you're doing something for the first time, like navigation by railroads, just checking them out. And the next place he landed was Meadville, so that's why we're going to Meadville. And there were no highways back then. Like Railroad into Cambridge Springs. Pattern altitude for Port Meadville Airport is 2,400. So we're right about where we need to be. And it will be coming up pretty soon. It's only 12 nautical miles away. End of our flying for today on the Vin Fiz, at least. Will I stream again tonight? Who knows? We'll see. It'll be something else on the Vin Fiz, so we're gonna take a little break. Read up on, but man, I am very proud of my railroad navigation today. You should see Meadville in the distance, maybe. It's pretty good visibility today. This is some other town that's not labeled a name, but it says that it's a town or something. Railroad right below us. I'm starting seeing a trend of railroads flying like rivers and stuff. So the way they were built makes sense in a way. If they know where the river's going, build it that way if it's flat enough. That would be definitely, you know. Excuse me. No, it's not loading the scenery out there. I'm not happy with that. Come on now. Still loading, it's just not loading where I need it to go. Photogrammetry, that is, but hey, we'll keep it going the best we can. We're gonna finish this flight. Tracks. The Google Map Enhancement, MSFS Map Enhancement, which is a peerware product you subscribe for a year. But I've been using it forever. It's had its ups and downs. This would be one of its downs still, is that if it's still loading, it occasionally has slowdowns like that, depending on the server. But it's still working. I can see it loading tiles. So I also have it maxed out, so that doesn't help either. But Meadville is probably over there. That's what I'm guessing. And the airport is right to the west of that. So, but let's do one more weather check here. And regardless, we're going to keep flying whatever it is. So. Oh, it's 229. Alright. So we're going to take 2.5. We're going to do an extended final. So I'm going to get ready on that and show you what that looks like. Oh, wrong one. We got Christmas lights instead. I pushed the wrong button. Let's hope the photogrammetry keeps loading. Because that's not promising out there. Alright. So we'll do go right on final. 2.5. Land this thing. Altimeter, good. DG's good. Let's get the plate out and ready to go. Yeah, they really don't have much for that, so that makes sense in a way. Okay, I got it on Google Maps. There's only one way to go, so if we're landing 2.5, we're going to take a turn to the left. And then there's some hangars and an apron space there. Very good. Back to guard. I'm going to call it descent, even though it's not really a descent, because I'm almost at pattern altitude already.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we start our descent, please make sure your seat backs and
Those are
tray
the
tables are
fairgrounds
in
right
their
there in
full
front of us.
upright position.
So
Make
that
sure your
might have been
seatbelt is
where
securely
he landed.
fastened
I'm not
and all
positive
carry-on
on that.
luggage is
I
stowed
forget where he
safely and
landed.
securely in the aircraft.
I don't like that. It's
Thank
not
you.
loading the scenery. That's not cool. But we're going to land this thing anyways. Do we see the airport? That's the major thing. That is Meadville right in front of us. The airport's supposed to be out there, but it's not loading. Regardless, I'm gonna land. Not good. Come on, load faster. Don't ruin the end of the stream. Must load faster. We're 3 nautical miles out. So that's the airport. There's the runway. Let's hope it loads when I get down there, because it's not doing it right now. But at least I can land, even though it looks like total poop. I said it. I'm going to go over here after. I don't know why it does that. It's like weird. It's really weird that it does that. It looks like they changed Google Map data and it's just not loading. Anyway, it's going to pedal us back to 1700. I'm going to level out a little bit. Under 110, I'm going to put 10 degrees of flaps. It's loading now, just slowly. 10 degrees. We're really close, so back to 1500. Getting the white arc. There we go, 10 degrees. And full, because we're a little high. Slow this thing down. And get into Port Meadville Airport. It kind of loaded, thank the Lord. So, I was getting a little nervous there. I don't know if there's anything to do about that. I get it. I have tons of scenery. I get it. But we're not in like the highest altitude, so it should kind of have the level of detail range kind of where I am, right? You would think so, right? I mean, we're really slow, so this is a regular runway too. Port Meadville, everyone, our final destination for today. This might be freeware, it might not be. I'll check after, but we'll see. I'm thankful that there's been no CTDs, I'll give you that. Alright, and that's where we're going to park on the apron with those planes over there. Excuse me while I itch my nose on stream. There we go. Way better than Sullivan County. No, not Sullivan County. Stewart International. That was pretty bad. Didn't load the airport till after I landed. Nice landing. I'm gonna go to the next one. And we are at Meadville, Pennsylvania, everybody. On the Vin Fiz flights. Should be another left turn here. Going uphill here. Wow, we gotta ride the whole runway, I guess. Wow. Turn on left on Alpha. We don't have to go up the whole runway. That's cool. Okay, checklist ready. Now clean the plane up after. Tobii eye tracker on, just check for traffic. We're good. Clear. Okay. After landing, flaps are up, strobes are off. Aww. I'll leave everything else on. Taxi to the apron. Here we go. Vin Fiz in full effect. Hard to taxi the outside view. We'll try it. Don't look like a tail wheel here. These are fun flights now. It's hard to find the time sometimes, but we're knocking out a lot this weekend, so. sure I find this place here. Okay. It should be a red building, so it might be this one that I want. Yep, that's where I want to go. And this is definitely a freeware because it has some nice looking aprons there. Cool. FlightSim.to has this. This is the main terminal because everything else looks like it's hangars. So, even has a waving American flag, everybody. Park over here. Turn this puppy around. Right, with that, we're gonna turn the Tobii tracker off. Good, it is off. Turn this down. Securing. You didn't see any of this. I'm sorry. I forgot to put a tab on the ELT verify silent avionics off. All lights but beacon off. Mixture full lean. And that was about almost an hour. Mags off, master off, lights off, and parking brake on. Now let's go take a look around Meadville, Pennsylvania, and then I'll read a little bit about where we're going with this. But he's going to Ohio next in the Vin Fiz. So this freeware scenery. Wow, give me a second here. I gotta get my brain in order. Oh wow. All right. Kilo Golf Kilo Juliet is freeware. I'm gonna see if I can actually promote this. It's not a big change, but they put it's by kaichung.com on flightsim.to. So definitely looks a little bit more like the airport. They got the hangars there and stuff, but pretty cool. Port Meadville, and then I turned on the following. Because sometimes it causes, yeah, I did. Join the droid follow mode. If you do that, it causes elevation issues if you're on the ground sometimes. So that's west. This is east. Meadville is that way. Let's go take a look at it. Now he didn't stay long. He went down to Meadville and then continued on to Kent, Ohio. But we're not going to do that today. Here's Meadville, Pennsylvania. You see the airport is out there and everything loaded, so hopefully that's all cached, so maybe next time it loads a little faster. But other than that, that is where we're going to leave you today on these Vin Fiz flights. Let's get the American flag in there if we can. We can, and we will kind of slow that down. I want an American flag shot. Here we go. Picture time. And we are going to call it a day. Appreciate everyone coming out and watching this. If you're watching this later on with it on YouTube or Twitch, appreciate that too. Everything helps. We shall raid someone on Twitch, and who knows, we might be streaming tomorrow. I have another soccer game to coach in the morning, but after that we might have some time. I can't promise anything. That's why I can't do a schedule like other streamers, but I try my best. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, appreciate all your support. Malcolm, good luck on crossing the pond there. Everyone else, peace out. Eric Flight. That looks weird. Looks like I'm giving... Can I give bunny ears? Oh! Anyways, we'll see you soon. Eric Flight, peace out.